Hare Krishna, devotees, welcome to Sloka Day. Today's Sloka is Sloka number 11 of chapter 15. Yatanto yoginaschainam
Yatanto yoginaschainam
pasyantyatmanyavasthitam
pashyanyatmanyavasthitam
yatantopyakritatmanah
yatantopyakritatmanah
nainam pasyantyachetasaha.
nainam pashyantyachetasah.
Good forward meaning, translation and purport by His Divine Grace, Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Yatantaha,
Yatantaha,
endeavoring.
endeavoring.
Yoginaha,
Yoginaha,
transcendentalists.
transcendentalists.
Cha, also.
Enam,
This. Pashyanti, can see. Atmani, in the self. Avasthitam, situated. Yatantaha, endeavoring. Api, although. Akritatmanaha, those without self-realization. Na, do not. Enam, this. Pashyanti, see. Achetasaha, having undeveloped minds. Translation: the endeavoring transcendentalists who are situated in self-realization and see all this clearly. But those whose minds are not developed and who are not situated in self-realization cannot see what is taking place, though they may try. So Prabhupada writes in the purport, there are many transcendentalists on the path of spiritual self-realization, but one who is not situated in self-realization cannot see how things are changing in the body of the living entity. So the Lord is repeating what he's saying in the 10th shloka here again, but in a slightly different way. That those who are serious about the spiritual path, eventually they will see the distinction that it's your own thoughts, desires that are influenced by the three gunas that are causing you to take different types and shapes of bodies again and again. The word yoginaha is significant in this connection. In the present day, there are many so-called yogis, and there are many so-called associations of yogis, but they are actually blind in the matter of self-realization. They are simply addicted to some sort of gymnastic exercise and are satisfied if the body is well built and healthy. They have no other information. I'm sure Prabhupada is thinking about the yoga studio that was set up by one Dr. Mishra in New York, where it was more focused on teaching about exercises. But then nobody is caring about the soul. So Prabhupada is criticizing that everything in the material world seems to be focused on the body. Nobody seems to have any additional information beyond that. They are called yatantopyakritat manaha. Even though they are endeavoring in a so-called yoga system, they are not self-realized. Such people cannot understand the process of the transmigration of the soul. This is, of course, in comparison to the fact that probably many thousands and thousands of years ago, whoever was teaching Ashtanga Yoga was teaching far beyond just the physical aspects. But in today's world, there are many, many yoga studios that don't even teach you yam and niyam before they start teaching you the asanas and then the pranayam, etc. Only those who are actually in the yoga system and have realized the self, the world, and the Supreme Lord, which is Jivatma, Prakriti, and Paramatma. In other words, the Bhakti yogis, those engaged in pure devotional service and Krishna consciousness, can understand how things are taking place. From another parampara, according to the Nyaya Darshan, Prabhupada also uses this analogy frequently. One of the ancient schools of Hindu philosophy, such thinking is called Kupa Manduka Nyaya, the logic of a well frog. The story behind this is of a frog which has been living within the walls of a well, unaware of the world outside. Once an ocean frog gets washed off and falls into that well. The well frog inquires to the newcomer, "How big is the ocean where you lived?" The ocean frog replied, "It is huge." The well frog said, "It must be 5 times bigger than this well." To this the ocean frog said, "No, much bigger than that." The well frog said, "Is it 10 times bigger?" "Much more than that," said the ocean frog. The well frog was now curious and said, "100 times?" To this the ocean frog replied, "100 is nothing. The ocean is much bigger than that." The frog from the well did not believe the ocean frog and said, "You are a liar. How can any place be 100 times bigger than my well?" The well frog had been living there its whole life. It had not seen anything beyond the walls of that well. Therefore, its mind could not comprehend the idea of a vast ocean or the world that exists outside of that well. Like the frog of the well, materialistic people cannot perceive the idea of an eternal soul. Due to their limited experience and lack of spiritual knowledge, they cannot perceive that there is an entire spiritual universe beyond the understanding of their material intellects. Only those who have taken the path of spirituality endeavor to purify their hearts with humility and faith. A cleansed mind naturally experiences the presence of the soul. Then the knowledge of the scriptures becomes clear to them. So first you have to cleanse the mind. Cheto darpanamarjan. You have to do some cleaning. How is that cleaning done of the mind? Through the process of chanting the holy names of the Lord and by hearing about the Lord. Then faith will come, cleansing will come. Then you will be receptive to spiritual knowledge. Similar to the existence of the soul, the senses cannot perceive the existence of God as well. Only through the eyes of knowledge can one realize God. This is the Jnana Chakshu that the Lord spoke about in the 10th shloka. In the next verse, Shri Krishna has briefed on the method of perceiving the existence of God. So now that the Lord speaks about Jnana Chakshu, and how do you actually get this Jnana Chakshu, Krishna will reveal to us in the 12th shloka.
If you like our videos, please subscribe to our channel and turn on the bell notification. If you'd like to join our classes every day, please check the details in the description section of this video. We look forward to serving you.